Hey everyone, welcome to day three of the knockout phase of the U26 and U21 round robins. Today we're being joined in commentary by Amberlyn and Kevin Rosenberg finally. They've been the MVPs of these entire trials, been working tirelessly behind the scenes, organizing junior training camp, helping with mentoring and so on to make sure everything runs smoothly. They both are former USBF junior mentors. And Amber is actually now one of the head USBF junior mentors, and they make sure training always goes smoothly every week. I know this because I'm always talking to them to just, trade juniors and other stuff. And they've recently been having a lot of success in bridge. Of course, Amber Lynn, she won the Freeman Mixed Bam in 2022. She won the Mixed World Championship earlier this year. And Kevin Rosenberg won the 2022 soloist, actually teaming with someone we might be seeing later on the stream today, Finn Kolesnik. And also, just last month, he won the 2024 Risinger, which is the strongest BAM event possibly in the world. And they both have represented the USA countless times at the junior level. And of course, lastly but not the least, Amber won the 2025 honorary ACBL Member of the Year for her work for Junior Bridge. Congratulations to you two. That is a stacked resume you both have.
Very well
Thank
deserved
you.
for Amber for the
Thank
honor.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the intro. We're super happy to be here today. And yeah, it's been really fun running this event so far, or running our part of this event. There's a lot of organizers involved, the directors, Jan, Joe. So we're excited to finally actually look at some bridge because in the last week it's been a lot of organizing, training, and we're also kind of piloting and experimenting with the new selection process for the under 16 and under 26 women's categories with the pairs trials. So that's been exciting, but also a lot of work in the last couple days too. Yeah, excited to get into some team matches.
Should we jump into the bridge? Yep.
Yeah, if you're
Looks
watching
like
one Kolesnik, of course. Kolesnik having a small limp bleed going into today. Today's the final day of their match. And an
yeah.
interesting board to start. North had a sort of decision after four hearts at both tables.
Yeah. To me, actually, I would be
Mhm.
more curious about the South decision. I think, well, I know if I had the North hand, I would have bid five clubs over four hearts, having seven good clubs and a void heart and a three card fit in spades with partner two. I would not have passed four hearts personally.
Hmm.
What about, would you bid one spade, Amber, over a club double?
Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels close. I mean, you're all like, so typically, I don't know what the, just to cover a broad range of viewers here, like when we make free bids after East makes a bid, even at the one level, we're generally showing something like 6 plus. And with less than that, you would usually pass. I think all white with an extra spade, um, it's a reason to bid, but also your spades aren't that great. You also have a stiff in your partner's suit.
Yeah, I would definitely respond to spade if East passed, but it's like Amber says, different bidding over the double. So let's look at the play of both these contracts. So five clubs doubled. We got a diamond lead to the king,
Yep.
and Declare did well
Spade
here.
the ace and now a club to the 10.
Spade to the ace and finesse the club, so they read the hand well. They were probably hoping for a 4-1 club break, and might have reasoned that a stiff honor with East is less likely than a small singleton by 2 to 3 odds, since there's three small singletons and two stiff honors. Because if it was a stiff honor, they'd want to start by cashing the ace to avoid losing two club tricks. Uh, on the actual hand, I think Declare is going to be going for some kind of, like, they probably have to lose two diamonds and two spades if the defense can get those tricks, but they want to avoid also losing two trump tricks. And I think the defense has some tough handling here because they can cash their spade and play a heart, but there's going to be an end play here. So like, let's say Richard cashes the 10 of spades and plays the ace of hearts or something. Michael's going to rough it with the 2, and then he can play the jack of diamonds out of his hand, and Richard will win that with the queen and cash the 10 of diamonds, and then force Michael to ruff again with the 6 of clubs. And then it will be a 4-card. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. It'll be a 4-card ending where Michael has ace, king, 8, 7 of clubs, and Brent has queen, jack, 4, 3 of clubs. And then he'll exit a low club out of his hand. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're seeing on the screen. So this seems like it was a pretty well played hand by everyone. So in the other room, it felt like 4 hearts was probably gonna make, although it doesn't. I'm not sure the play's gone well for Declare here.
Do you want me to read the trick by trick?
I think,
It's
yeah,
nice to
yeah.
see.
Cyrus actually is pulling up. If the quality for you is still not too bad.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. I see. Yeah. I think.
I see. Okay.
Okay. We can try looking at the video screen so we can see the same thing viewers are seeing.
So it looks like the ace of clubs was led and that was ruffed. Cyrus, and then a small spade. South did fly the ace.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played a diamond to the ace. We probably, I'm going to guess, return the diamond back to the king. Yep.
Yeah. So now Declare definitely made a play that has put their contract at least some risk here by ruffing, by getting over ruffed in the club suit. Like if Declare had just happened to ruff this king of clubs high, they would have been very comfortable, I think, because at a minimum they could pitch one of their club losers, like the 4 on the king of spades, and then they could draw trump and lose at most one more club, because South would pitch their remaining diamond, maybe.
Yep.
But they might even be able to make an over trick, I would have thought. Now here,
well, they might have been thinking that North wouldn't have 7
clubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think North would have maybe been better off not covering this, because I think if they hadn't covered it, would have gone jack low, pitch ruff. But I'm still wondering if here, yeah, could West get scared that this trick, because West still hasn't played any trump, right?
Yep. But now they're probably wondering, what is North's shape? They have 7 clubs over here. Why did they not get 5 clubs?
He was nervous that North was out of diamonds. So this hand, so he's gonna have a surrogate trump here. He's gonna play heart to dummy, see the bad break. He'll cash the king of spades, throwing one of his club losers.
Now we'll just play diamonds.
And then he'll play a diamond. And if it gets ruffed, he can over ruff. And then he can either ruff his last club loser with the queen of, he can either ruff, he'll play a diamond here. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to make it.
Yeah, he can ruff his last club loser, the queen of hearts, or he can just draw the last trump with the queen of hearts and then pitch his last club loser on the last diamond winner.
We can also maybe explain surrogate trump a little bit for the viewers. So it's essentially a technique where you might have a position where you have some winners in a side suit, and it'd be nice for you to draw your trump and then cash your winners, but there's some reason that you can't do that. So like on this hand, usually it's because someone has longer trump than the hand with the entries to the winners. So it's a common position here where they can run their side suit often in the hand with a shorter trump with still high enough trump for entries, and then essentially lead it through the hand with the longer trump. And so if the hand with the longer trump trumps in, they get over ruffed. And if they don't, then Declare gets to freely cash all their side suit winners without drawing trump. And there's also very cool variations about this that we talked about at training camp, where you might even have the trumps in the other hand. It might be some tricky position with the entries. So
I was looking at this one no on this. So this is going to be one of these, potential 5 part scored hands. Both sides will be playing one no, I imagine. Lead choice is interesting.
Between a heart and diamond, probably, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have led maybe the ace of hearts on the opening lead. Oh, Bruce is very aggressive balance on 4-4. I guess showing favorable clubs and a higher. I am a big fan of balancing over a no trump. I don't
mainly with a singleton.
Yeah, I don't know if I would really do it with this balanced hand. So he's just going to end up playing 2 spades. Okay, and the other Ethan. Oh yeah, I'm not sure yet. I was going back to the room. That's
Yeah, so we didn't finish talking with the
Okay.
lead, I think. So yeah, given a lot of people would probably lead the ace of hearts, especially with the 9. But I think that, I mean, I like the diamond lead as well, thinking that you can try to set up diamond tricks while keeping your hearts as entries to continue to set up your diamond tricks. So it's a bit more of a knockout the ace play.
Yeah, I'd like it more if I had like a
Some
10
more
of
spots,
diamonds or
yes.
something, more chance of setting up tricks. But yeah, it worked out well here, right? Hearts would have just probably helped declare in diamonds because partner had the jack. Like, it worked out well. And Ethan didn't want to attack any suit in particular. So he just decided to play king of diamonds and a diamond. And
Sort
now,
of then force them to do things.
yeah, and now declares pitch to I wouldn't be shocked here to see Brent come out the queen of clubs. I feel like his partner kind of asked him not to. I mean, it seems like a tough play because declares pitch to club. I think Brent will probably realize his partner has 4 clubs here. So it might just go like, yeah, he came out the queen of clubs. So this is gonna, but the 8 of clubs and dummy still stops the 4th round of clubs for the defense. Okay, we can go to 2 spades also.
Yeah, so Trump lead.
And Bruce played a hopeful club to the queen because I mean, I don't know if many Souths would duck the king of clubs in that position. It seems very scary to do so when you're the 1-no trump opener. But at the same time, it feels like, oh, they probably have the king of clubs because they're the 1-no trump opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe using that inference to be clear, like declare could have played club and deciding that if South didn't hop with the king, that they didn't have it. And then they could put in the 9, hoping for the jack on side there. And this was also a topic covered in our non-technical plays. I can just talk about training camp topics all day. And we like to call this one, it's a corollary of if they don't cover, they don't have it. If they don't hop, they don't have it.
Yeah. But Bruce is still going to survive this under. So Olivia shifted to a low heart, which I'm not sure there's anything she could do. But yeah, she was marked with
there is no attractive options. Yeah.
I'm not sure if she had a winning play. I think, though, it's a very hard. Like, I hear he's just going to play diamonds. Oh, okay. I think he should.
He's just going to play. He might just pitch a heart. And he just might pitch a diamond and then pass a 9 of clubs. And then he's just
he needs to not lose a club trick.
You're right.
He's trying to not lose a club trick. But I think he's messed up here. Now she should have ducked the jack of diamonds because he didn't need to play this heart to cut himself off dummy so quickly. I mean, maybe he was always.
No, but if he returns a diamond, then isn't South again just end played once they
but South can exit the jack of clubs, and their partner will get the 8 of clubs eventually.
Oh, right. They need one more trick. Yeah.
Now he can do several things. He can pitch 2 diamonds on the hearts and pass the 9 of clubs now because now he won't have to lose a diamond. He can do various things here. But I think he should have not played a heart so fast. Okay, he's doing the opposite way. He knows who has the ace of diamonds on the bidding, so he's pitching 2 clubs and leading a club to the ace and a diamond up. So in 1-no, in the other room, let's see. It looks like declare. Oh, not. I'm being blocked. It looks like declare's gone down 2 still in 1-no, which seems like a pretty good result for the defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
So even with Bruce's, it was a touch and go in 2 spades, but he's still going to lose 3 ups for his efforts here.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple small swings. And if it does come up, I have been learning Brent and Richard's precision relay system. So I do know that their relay over 1 club if it comes up. Of course, they're also going to.
I actually know that. Actually, me and Cyrus played the exact same thing they do. So you didn't have to do the research for the stream, but we appreciate it.
Well, I didn't do the research for the stream. It's actually because I'm starting to play it myself.
Really? With who?
With my regular partner, with Brian Plotnick.
Oh. Wait, you played? Oh, you're switching all of
We're
from 201
switching
to
to
precision now.
precision, yeah. Or we're just trying it.
Or
I
you?
wanted to anyway. It doesn't need to be the topic of the stream. We can talk about the bridge.
Of course.
Okay, this fast moving. I feel like they're all playing kind of fast. Is that just me?
Yeah, it was definitely
That's been the theme for this
I
match.
think the play could have gone more thoughtful in this 2-spade contract. Like, I think both players were playing a bit fast.
I hope they watch this and
Please do not overcall the diamond
yes,
at the
let's look
main
at this
table.
diamond overcall. I mean, yeah, seems pretty normal to me. Pretty good diamonds as well.
Yeah, I mean, partners past hand, but you have good diamond spots. Yeah, looks pretty normal. So 1-0 has like eight top tricks on once the queen of diamonds wins, and that'll be pretty much it, I imagine. I guess Declare should try a spade to the queen at trick 2, maybe, just in case they, Harrison ducks the ace king of spades, because they have control in all the suits for now. And then I think it'll be pretty over. In the other room with the diamond bid, West, of course, is going to raise diamonds, and South will probably compete to 3 clubs here.
Mm-hmm.
And that will probably end it, and it'll make 110 or 130, depending on the lead, I think.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So pretty flat board here. They're going to make a part score either way.
West did not compete to 3 diamonds. So.
Yeah, I mean, West had already shown a Q raise. It's just, pretty normal. I guess if...
Could make,
Yeah, I mean, 3 diamonds... Nah, 3 diamonds seems like you'd lose 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, and a heart at least. Yeah.
Yeah, and you might hook the spade.
All right, Richard found a good lead, so they... I think Declare can still, though, just play a diamond up to the queen and pitch their heart from their dummy in 3 clubs. So they can still make 4. And that was a good...
heart would have been best double dummy, but of
good
course.
play by Stella to do what I was saying. I think of lead a spade towards... I mean, we didn't see whether she played the queen because Harrison decided to fly ace. And can clear the diamonds and now just cash out. So anyway, since it's pretty boring, I can finish what I was gonna say. Yeah, I just wanted to learn to play precision because I've never done it in my life. I've always played 2/1, and I feel like it's just, I don't know, good for being a more well-rounded player, mentor. It's easier to play against people that play precision if you've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I'll be a fan of like the light actions because I'm usually pretty sound.
Yep, I've noticed that.
All right.
So are you going to be doing an approach like Joe and Brad do, where it's mixed 2/1 in precision? Or are you going all out?
That's not for me. Although it is for some of the players in this trials. I know there's a pair in the USA1 semifinal that's doing a mixed 2/1 in precision approach.
Yeah.
We can also check out the other tables.
We can read some. Yeah, like we could read results on this because we can check if they're playing the same boards too. I don't, because they were yesterday. So is the or the U21 final and the it is the same boards.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to click on the boards just to see results, like board 1. Click on the number. Okay, so board 1. Okay, well we got a new board here, so maybe it's not worth it. But if we have another lull, we can maybe come in with some results from the other matches.
So what's the alert on one club?
2+.
Okay.
They're playing a normal 2+ club with the Walsh transfers.
Yeah, this one looks like most likely a major suit game for North-South.
Yeah.
South's jumped to 2 spades on a pretty light high card point hand, but with a lot of distribution. I think North will bid.
I mean, that will help them get there for sure.
They're definitely going to get to game now, North with North's hand. I think North might start with 3 clubs here, just to say they have a good hand and but they don't have the spades support. So they don't want to just bid 4 spades, or because I only play 2 spade shows a 4 card suit here. I don't play it promises 5, even though it often is.
With the salad hand in question, is it worth maybe considering a 2 club cue to keep hearts in the picture, or would you just commit to spades?
Yeah, I wouldn't bid a 2 club cue. I don't think on such a light high card point hand with 5-4. And when you have 5 spades and 4 hearts, it's okay to just bid your longer suit. Partner shouldn't have partner normally doesn't have a 2 card disparity between 2 more hearts than spades. So you shouldn't really end up in a worse fit generally by bidding 2 spades.
Yeah, I think it's a similar idea of just what the typical hand for it looks like. In terms of cue bidding, you'll normally be showing more of the 10 high card points or 10 plus high card points and less shapely. In some ways, I find it we've been having this discussion of when do you power double on a really shapely hand. And I think our philosophy is you generally don't do that on a light shapely hand. You rather just bid your suits and then you can jump to game. You'll still get to the same spot, but get to show a more shapely hand versus a more high card point heavy hand.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised here about Stella's decision to not raise the 3 heart bid. I'm wondering if she's afraid that the 3 heart bid doesn't promise 4.
Yeah, maybe quasi-natural 5-3, not stuck with another, and didn't want to commit to just bidding 3 spades.
Yeah, or I mean, you'd often bid 3 no trump with the south hand if you had a semi-balanced hand with the club just a semi-balanced hand, I guess. I don't know if you need a club stopper that much.
How's the play gonna go?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like Declare can place almost all of the points with West, so I'd kind of want to just lead the Queen of Hearts out of my hand and set up the hearts, sort of pitch clubs on the Ace King of Diamonds, maybe rough 1 club. I mean, you could also try to take a roughing finesse in clubs. You have the spots for that.
Yep.
But West is less guaranteed to have the Queen of Clubs than the King of Hearts, and I think you can set up more heart tricks probably but you can set up 2 additional heart tricks, assuming they're 3-2 and West has the king as expected.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I'd probably win the Ace of Diamonds pitching a club and play the King of Clubs, because I probably want to do that no matter what.
Yeah.
I guess you
say West.
Okay.
I was just thinking about along those lines, but I was trying to figure out what happens if West continues the diamond on that line, how you continue, because spades could be 4-1, hearts could be 4-1 with West having King Jack for it. So
yeah, it's a tricky hand to manage to do everything you want with spades 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
And the hearts 4-1. Mm-hmm.
The other, I think the right-hand side table is not updated.
Oh, do you want to refresh the right-hand side? Yeah, I was wondering that Richard was thinking this long hand. Okay, so in this room, they just jumped to 4 spades over 2 spades. I do prefer the 3 club bid in this room, but just because 2 spades is sometimes a 4 card suit for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Declare's decided to rough. I mean, I'm just lured here. So if they lead the Queen of Hearts, they're kind of exposing themselves to a heart rough, which I don't know if they want to do, because then they'd have to find the Queen of Spades after the heart rough.
Yep.
It'd be nice to sort of pull 2 rounds of trump, and then lead the Queen of Hearts to the King and Ace, and then be able to pull 2 rounds of trump, and then set up your hearts. But you need to have roughed the club first for that. That's kind of why I was saying I would play the club first, which is what Olivia's done here.
Yeah, the other table, they got the Ace of Clubs lead and then a diamond switch. So probably easier timing.
Yeah, it's a tricky. So if Harrison plays another diamond, I guess another thing that you have here as declare is, okay, well, this might make it easier, this shift. Because you do have the option of actually, like, once you rough 2 diamonds, if you know they're 4-4, your last diamond's already high in dummy. But now that the trump problem's been solved for declare, yeah, I kind of like the idea also of duck. Like, if you know the king of hearts is with West, you can give up the heart trick early. Like, you could just play a heart to the 10.
Yep.
I think
That's
I
a
like
good
that play here. Yeah, give up the heart trick early. That sets up the finesse position. Even if West has 4, like you said, you can at this point you can afford a rough. So I like a heart to the 10 here.
Mhm.
Yeah, so should we look at some results from the other matches while they're...
Yes, there was a very exciting first board in the U21 match.
You went back to...
I don't know how to navigate.
That's because you're still on... Yeah. There you go.
Where both sides played in doubled contracts.
So they were in 5 clubs doubled at our table, but Brian and Caden in the U21 got to open 2 clubs precision style with the North Hand with 7 clubs on board 1. And it went double, and it went double all pass. So they got to play doubled clubs 3 levels lower. And
wow.
Yeah, on this hand, but at the other table in this map. Yeah. So they were able to take the same amount of tricks, I think, right? They took 8 tricks in our match.
Yeah.
They took 8 tricks, yeah.
They took 8 tricks in that match, but it was a much better score in this match because it was making instead of 3 down. And at the other table, if you want to go back to that, Cyrus, yeah, they played in 4 spades doubled, which has the bad trump break to deal with and a lot of issues. So that also went 3 down, similar to 5 clubs in our match.
Yeah, really nice pickup for I forget who their captain is.
Guy or G or yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
It's more like
G, yeah, GE.
G.
Okay, so Olivia did do this play that I was
really nice.
Heart to the 10. So now, yeah, I think an over trick is very much in the game here. She can pitch 2 clubs on the ace king of diamonds and trump 1 club maybe, or set up the long diamond to pitch the last club. In the other room, so Ethan is pitching hearts on the ace king of diamonds and trumping a diamond. I guess he'll probably go for the roughing club finesse. At this point. Or he could just go on a cross rough. Doesn't look that convenient. Like, I don't even think he doesn't, like, Brent could be out of diamonds at this point, I think.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he definitely could.
Although Richard's play of the 10 of diamonds would be, like, unusual for most people, I would say, to keep the jack 7 and use the 10 for no reason. But it's possible. Okay. Anything interesting from board 2 in the other matches?
I think West decided to compete. Also a very light off shape compete, showing 4 major and longer minor with 4-4 in the red suits. But that also let them pick up
3 amps.
Yep. So similar. Also think it's funny that the U21 won tables on board 6 already.
Finished with board 6.
Finished with board 6
They're on board 7.
already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, a big thing in training is always, like, probably for most players, trying to play slower, and then for a minority of players trying to play faster. But yeah, the time they do have clocks and pair clocks for this tournament. So I think this is the first time a lot of the juniors are getting a sense of just how fast or slow they play compared to others. And hopefully that's helpful data for them.
I think Ethan is committing to a fully cross-rough line because he did pass a jack of clubs. Brent ducked very smoothly, and after a bit of thought, he roughed it. He's roughed a diamond back, small. I think he kind of has to commit to this all the way now, maybe.
Well, his cross rough is kind of over though. Like except for roughing
Yeah.
the maybe the ace jack.
He
is
might pitch
still-
a heart over here on this diamond, and then
Yeah, but if East roughs this, I wonder if
yeah,
there's even some danger for the contract at this point. Because then
like
West
West pitches the
yeah,
heart.
West could pitch their king of hearts over if it goes like 3 of spades, queen of hearts, king of hearts, and then a heart through. It's getting very scary for Declare, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could go rough 7 of, like let's say it went 7 of spades, 10 of spades, and then the defense exited another spade. So we were seeing that here, and I think Brent should definitely pitch the king of hearts here. Like this is an obvious that Declares out of hearts, and you want to be able to over rough the hearts. Yeah, so if he does that, I think also there's a decent argument for Richard just playing a trump.
Trump, right?
Yeah, I think that's also a good play by Richard because Declare is gonna like what is Declare supposed to do on a trump return by Richard here? I mean, Brent still needs to pitch if Brent doesn't pitch the king of hearts, Declare is gonna score like 2 more trumps in their hand and 2 trumps in dummy. I think whatever the defense does.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
So this is definitely gonna make if he doesn't pitch the heart. Okay, so in the other room, a heart was returned. Olivia won the queen, roughed one of her clubs, and then she's ooh. Why is she pitching her hearts instead of her clubs? So she went for like more of a cross rough. I think she should have just pitched her clubs and cashed the ace of spades, and she would have been.
Won't make the over trick.
Yeah, she would have been at least called for. Yeah, now she's gonna get over roughed by. So Brent pitched the heart. Richard went with the heart play. Yeah, I think the trump play might be even more effective. But this might.
You might have been concerned the clubs were reasonably good, but the jack of clubs was tanked for a while, so he knows the clubs aren't good.
I think the club spots might have mattered in the end. Like if Declare had saved that 7 of clubs, I think they would have been like potentially.
They could promote, yeah.
Because here, so yeah, I think Brent had to play a trump. Now.
Oh yeah, he had to.
Now if Declare pitches on this, they're gonna make it. I think if Brent played a trump, it was
but Declare just needs to play 1 trump, right?
But now again, it Declares down, right? Am I missing? Yeah, now Declares.
No, he's down. This is gonna get over up.
Yeah,
it was a no play. It was a no play.
Well, I guess no. If this rough held, like if the 7 of spades rough had held, he would have made it, which was like maybe possible. But I think he needed East to have the queen and the 8 of spades for that to happen.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we have a big
hand.
swing.
Definitely a lot of options.
I do appreciate that. I do think Olivia was quite thoughtful about that over trick, even though, again, as long as they have enough time.
Yeah, that over trick ended up being an imp, even though there were very different results at the 2 tables. As if she'd made 650, that would have been 13 imps instead of 12.
I was also looking at, I think, Love Bridge stats this morning, and I don't know if they've always had this, but there's a stat for claims when could have made more tricks. Did you know that?
You mean like you accept a bad claim or you make a bad claim as Declare?
Yeah, maybe either way, or do they do both?
Yeah,
I don't know. It sounds like that's Declare.
It must be Declare, because if you're a defense and you accepted a bad claim, isn't that not your fault? You could get that corrected, right?
No, if you accept a claim that wasn't acceptable in defense, that's a Love Bridge stat, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and let's go back to.
Sorry, that just reminded me of it because I was like, Olivia didn't just claim
So there's Olivia bit a pretty like somewhat aggressive game here. I think hoping that the finesses and clubs and hearts would be on side due to the opening bid on her right, and kind of hoping for a club lead into her ace queen jack fifth. She didn't get that, and it was very important, I think, for the defense that she didn't, because if Harrison had elected to lead a club, she definitely could have made it by at least by putting up the 9 of clubs at trick 1 and just taking 3 heart tricks and conceding a club and 2 spades later.
Yep.
In the other room, yeah, Ethan's elected to bid 2 no, which seems like a pretty normal bid to my eye. I guess some people play like split ranges where they don't like doing it on this like middle kind of hand.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Olivia just didn't do it because they opened a club.
Right.
Oh, right.
Different
Sorry.
minor opening.
Yeah, I don't think they play split ranges.
Right.
Yeah.
Olivia might have done it. Sorry. Yeah. So then the question is, will Michael, like, I would tend to play that 3 diamonds by Michael's hand is a game try in hearts. I don't know if he'll elect to do that. I think if he just bids 3 hearts, it will end the bidding for sure.
Yep.
I don't know if Richard is thinking of, or Brent is thinking about acting here.
I mean, he doesn't really have a call, does he? He has defense and clubs. And diamond is nebulous.
Yeah, diamond isn't even natural, so I don't know.
I agree. No, definitely no call. Something we do like to play here, though, is that a double would be a negative double, even though I think most people play it as values or an interest in penalizing at least one of their other suits. But we like to play this when there's an unbid major and they show 2 suits, so you can still try to find your 4-4 major fit.
Mm-hmm.
So North did elect to bid 3 hearts. That's probably going to end the auction. So another swing is going to happen.
Yeah, so swing is going to, well, unless 3 hearts and 4 hearts both go down 1, but unlikely.
Yeah.
3 hearts will probably be a make.
So what do you reckon Olivia's plan should be at this point?
I mean, it looks like a pretty natural start to me to play a diamond to dummy and a club to the queen. You don't have entries to finesse clubs twice, but if East has the king of clubs, you'll probably will you probably make it? It looks like you'll probably make it to me. Like club to the queen, ace of clubs, trump a club. Even if the king doesn't come down, you could trump a diamond,
And then
trump another club, and then trump another diamond, and then you've taken the first like 8 tricks at that point, right? So you could you could just exit anything and wait for your last 2 heart
ace
tricks.
10 of hearts, yeah.
You could also cash the ace of hearts, and if they're 3-2, play the club. But I think just waiting for the last 2 heart tricks is better than relying on the 3-2 hearts.
Yep, cater to 4-1 split. It looks like she's going for that line. I was wondering if there was any inference to be read in Harrison choosing to lead a heart as opposed to maybe a club or something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think anyway, it's going to be very important. If Declare knows the spots well here, if Harrison returns a 9 of hearts, they can cover it with the jack, trying to coax the king, because then Bruce couldn't over. But Bruce should be very careful here not to whatever heart cover. Declare plays from dummy. He needs to save his king. I think this is going to make it even easier, but yeah. So now I think Declare is just going to play ace of clubs and rough of clubs on the logic that if they're 3-3, they'll make it, and if Bruce has 4, they need to the ruffle score. So there's nothing to be lost by doing that.
Yeah. And down 1.
In the other room, trumps have been led.
Yeah, it was a trump lead into the jack.
So the play is basically going the exact same way, but 1 level lower. So it looks like 6 imps here back to Klesnik.
Yep. Yeah, this is fun.
Yep.
All right, new hand. This hand, I'm thinking here if East-West gets a 3-0, North might come under the famous, what we call dad squeeze. Or
Michael Rosenberg.
The dad
Be
squeeze.
clear, not
Yeah,
his dad.
my dad specifically.
Yeah.
We do sometimes, or at least some group of us in the junior program, refer to it as the dad squeeze because my dad says it's like one of the most important squeezes and common squeezes in bridge. So imagine you're in 3-0 trump and the lead started like ace of clubs and a club, and
Okay.
you run 6 diamond tricks. Now I'm wondering if dummy comes under any. It might not work here. It's a little complicated, but North will have to make 4 discards. So they can pitch a heart and 2 spades sort of comfortably. But in their last pitch, it looks like they'll have to discard a club winner.
Yep.
And then hopefully then it looks like they could probably be end played with the ace of spade. I mean, you could also just duck a spade to set up a spade trick at that point.
And yeah, North does not have enough winners, right, in that position. Just 3 clubs, yeah.
It's sort of like a strip squeeze, but it's like a 3 suited strip squeeze is the idea. And sometimes there's not actually an end play component, but you're just sort of setting up a trick. But yeah, I think we might be able to. I think we could easily see this because like North has big clubs, their partner should lead clubs, and Declare might have an inkling that North is more likely to have high card points since they're the overcalled. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see this hand played at both tables.
And probably going to be the same contract, same lead at least, and same start. But you briefly mentioned? What do we pitch in the West hand on the? We have 3 pitches to make on the diamonds.
Yeah, I think West can afford like actually the third they can pitch a heart and a spade, and then they could probably just pitch another.
They can pitch a club.
Right? I was a little nervous about pitching a club if that allows North to like cross to the south hand.
South hand in some variations, yeah.
I mean, I think it's still okay as long as you duck the spade to set up dummy's king. Then it won't matter whether South can put a heart through the dummy. But if you played like a spade to the king, that would be fatal then to allow North to cross the South.
Yeah, and then the queen of spades taking cash and then
put a heart through, and then it's all not going to work.
Yep. And
but yeah,
that option has actually been open because the 5 was. Oh no, not anymore. Oh no,
it's still there. Or I mean, if the
it's
club
still there, yeah, they can play a small club to the 6. Yeah, they do have they have the 2 still.
But yeah, Declare can pitch 2 hearts from in a spade from dummy, and that works. That works fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Declare can't pitch 2 spades from dummy because then you could set North to just keep an extra. Well, North at that point could if they still had a second spade, they could just use the spade to get to partner, ace of spades and a spade.
I suspect we'll probably see 2 hearts and a spade pitched in that order, and then.
So then there's a question of how North should defend to this, which is a totally different question. Usually the best defense in this situation is just to act like you don't have the king of hearts. I think if you just confidently pitch 2 hearts and 2 spades, just keep all your winners, then they have to drop your king. Yeah. That's usually the best defense to this kind of play, especially if you squirm around a lot and then pitch a club. Like Declare is going to be able to read this hand very often that, they're guarding the king of hearts. Like once you start pitching your winners, your hand becomes more marked. Whereas if you just confidently pitch like you didn't have the king of hearts, it's a lot harder for Declare.
In the chat we see on board 5, I'm amused that the difference was that the precision pair had a more natural 1 minor opening than the 2 or 1 pair, and that naturality helped the advancer and overcaller evaluate their hands more accurately and stay out of game.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I see, because they play 1 club 2 plus in the other room.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how each North is pitching on. So slight difference. North like ducked the first club in the other room in Richard and Brent's room, but
so North is pitched to 9 of hearts first. Probably I assume they play upside down at both tables. Probably trying to be tricky. Now, will he pitch the 2 of hearts?
Well, South has pitched like
Ooh,
a lot of hearts in this
Too
room,
many
which does not
hearts.
help their
Yeah.
partner's effort.
Oh, no.
So North in the other room has immediately kind of pitched the unguarded the King of Hearts. So yeah, I really
That
like
was really
that's
nice.
my Michael. I've been hearing good things about Michael's play this tournament, so that's really good.
And Stella decided to stiff for ace. So now we can duck the spade if we read the cards correctly.
It doesn't even matter at this point because Declare's
It will
kept
be
the 10 of
unplayed.
clubs and the dummy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I think he almost might as well play the king here, but he didn't. But I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, if North has this shape remaining, it just
Then
wins.
they're still unplayed no matter what, yeah. So I guess the question is, what should South have?
In the other room,
So what did
Richard
South
has
pitch at the main table? South pitched all their spades instead of
Yeah.
hearts, which probably worked better. And yeah,
this was
Declare
really
was
well
tempted.
defended. Like South kept all their hearts. That like both defenders did really well in this hand. And the other room.
Yeah, South did make it look like they had the hard king by refusing to pitch hearts. All done.
Yeah, I think I think maybe it's like that. Even if Stella had unguarded her King of Hearts, once her partner had pitched three hearts,
yeah.
Declare might have gone
It was
right.
kind of,
I think that was too late.
I mean, still South could have 5 hearts, maybe, but the shape also might not have added up.
well, you might have gotten a heart. No, actually, no, you'd probably beat a club anyways.
Because at that point, you'd have to convince Declare that the shape was different. The good thing about bearing the King of Hearts is you don't even need to convince them the shape is different. Like they could know what the shape is, and they still don't know what to do. They'd have to specifically know that you have this shape and stiff king left. So usually, unless they have a really strong reason to think you have the king, it's hard for them to drop it.
Yeah. Yeah, North did really well to pitch 2 hearts before 2 spades. Whereas if it had gone like spade, spade, heart, heart, it might look more like the same.
It depends on the player. Actually,
yeah, I feel like you should actually do like heart spade.
Like if I'm playing against a world-class player, I actually think I expect them to pitch the hearts first, or like or like if I'm playing against a world-class player, I almost want to not pitch the hearts first because I feel like they expect me to unguard the King of Hearts.
So like it's
all a game theory thing that, and it's just hard to practice because it really doesn't come up that much. Like hands like this, like get a hand like this.
I mean, I think it does. Like just the idea of when you're defending, especially a 3-no trump contract, and it's on a guess, then you can already start thinking very early on about how you card, and sometimes even how your demeanor should be at the table.
Mm-hmm. I guess I just meant like most people don't play that much high level bridge against other world-class players, and then like a situation like this coming up, you still don't get it that many times per year, so you don't get that many chances to, like, you kind of have to have already thought about it in advance, maybe. Okay, anyway, next hand.
4 hearts off 4 quick tricks.
Yeah, I think I just bid game with the North hands and the left side right now with Stella's hand, and then on the right side, so there was a takeout. Wait, yeah, did Harrison forget to double? I'm like shocked he didn't double with that hand.
Yeah, actually that is just quite bizarre.
Yeah, and just to be clear too, like the reason for the North hand to just bid game, I mean, it's 11 count, but you have a 5th heart, so you have a 9-card heart fit, and you also have a pretty pure hand, no jacks. You have the ace in your partner's suit, so, and you're playing imps. Reasons to just bid game.
So now Declare in this room has life for a second. They're like, oh, they didn't cash their 4 tricks, but the 4-0 trump break is gonna really make this all impossible to deal with. Like, I think this club is just an obvious singleton. So but I just don't think you know that they have at least 3 hearts. But if hearts are 3-1, you could make it. So Declare here really should win the ace of clubs and hope to draw 3 rounds of trump if hearts were 3-1. And then they could play club to the jack, king of clubs pitching their spade loser. And then they could take the roughing spade finesse, and they would make it at that point.
Yeah.
But the 4-0, no way. But yeah, if you play low on this club, you're going to block the club. So then after you draw 3 rounds of trump and cash the ace of clubs, you have no way to the dummy right away, except another heart, which is not what you want to do. So yeah, I think it's important as declarer here to like actually just be confident. Like there is no way West would play a club in this position if they didn't have a singleton. So there's no need to like take the free finesse by playing low. Like you know that East has the queen, unless West is like I would be happy to pay off to West shifting to a club from Queen Doubleton. Like if they do that, they deserve. Like no one's gonna do that.
And Harrison's in the tank. I wonder if he's obviously probably he's considering the club. He might also be considering a low diamond in some positions.
Yeah, and Harrison hasn't made the takeout double. In fact, I almost would have wanted to win the king of spades with his hand and play a low diamond if I was going to play a diamond to reveal all these high card points I have since I didn't bid. Declare's more likely to go wrong if they have a guess in the diamond suit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think one thing to call it though is that he won the ace of spades first and then thought. So he didn't really have much time, I think, to
he didn't want to think too long about which honor to win, which I like.
Which is good. Yeah. Generally, when we think about kind of that world of bridge ethics, you're really not supposed to be thinking about you're supposed to be like clear about which thing you're thinking about. So you shouldn't be thinking about which honor to play if you're really thinking about from equal cards. And then you should be revealing essentially that you're thinking about what to play after that.
Yeah, I mean, he should get some amount of time at trick 1. People debate how much, but
yeah,
I don't think he can think for like he thought way longer than whatever that amount of time is. I think like after
winning,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now he's
that was good. Out. I think he was like after you false card, remember that your partner does not know that you false carded. So I like that.
And this is a classic case where I see a lot of people, sometimes get really scared and like rough high. You should not rough high here because Harrison
does not have ace king 6.
I mean, he couldn't even have the hand he had. But he
I think Declarity knows he forgot to bid.
But he definitely couldn't have ace king 6.
Declare's probably hopeful that he doesn't have 4 hearts. Which is
that's more likely West's short hearts from his perspective. Probably 4-1, 4-4 maybe or something.
Okay, so that's good. Normal down 1. And yeah, Michael did do the suggested line, winning the ace of clubs, and now gets the bad news. So now, actually, is he in danger of down 2 here? I think he might be down 2 because there's this club rough that's threatened, and if he pulls 4 trump, it looks to me like 3 diamond losers at least.
Yep. You might just. I think the diamond in a lot of layouts.
He played a diamond, so now they can now they will get their club rough.
In the other U26 match, wait, is this the right hand? Yeah, on board 7, both 4 hearts contracts were doubled, actually.
Of course they were.
Doesn't look obvious at all to me to double. I don't know.
I wonder how they found the double.
So one auction was exactly the same as in Richard and Brent's room, and Brent's hand just doubled at the end. That was Philip playing.
And who doubled, East or West?
With Brent's hand, they doubled. The exact same auction as Brent and Richard's room, and Brent's hand doubled at the end.
Got it.
Which doesn't really look normal to me, but it worked.
Yeah. And then in the other room, North made a redouble over West double. And then East bid 2 clubs, actually, bypassing the 4 spades. And then South bid 2 hearts, pass 4 hearts. Oh, I feel like this.
And then Isaac double. There I have a lot more sympathy for Isaac's double as West because his partner had bid his singleton. And so he probably thought all 3 of his tricks were cashing. I guess. 3 redouble showed hearts, 2 hearts, right? Showed 4 hearts. Anyway, okay, I don't know if it. The people aren't looking at what we're looking at, so there's not much point. Yeah.
So there's a multi auction, and Olivia's made a takeout double of spades. It looks like.
I think the defense did drop their trick, by the way, in Brent and Richard's room in 4 hearts.
Do
Declare
we
was
want to take a
able
look at?
to pitch their spade event. Like they didn't cash their spade after they got the club rough.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Had Brent, I think this is where the false card came back to bite them, because I think Brent had also false carded the ace of
He
spades.
did false card a trick one. Yep.
And then he wanted another club rough or something. So then he underled the diamond a second time, I think. Is that what happened? I think he underled the diamond a second time to his partner, and then his partner didn't
And
know.
of course, he couldn't play a club back, so he probably returned a diamond, I assume, as east.
No, he just cashed the ace of diamonds. Never mind. Yeah, Brent just didn't cash his king of spades.
Okay, that is strange.
Okay, next hand. So yeah, multi, 2 spades passed or correct by east, and south.
It might have been 11 solish. I don't know.
Do they play flexible
Better minor.
hand? So they're saying they're claiming that Lily's claiming 3 diamonds shows a flexible hand. I was wondering if she was gonna say, like, is that what does she mean? Better minor 11 sol? Like she's bidding her better minor. Anyway, Bruce had like 3 tricks and a singleton, 3 possible tricks and a singleton in his partner's suit, and decided to double. I'm kind of surprised. I thought Stella's hand might, if they play 11 sol, just bid 3 diamonds. She's got a decent hand, but I guess it's not huge. In the other room, it looks like east-west.
Brent did not preempt.
Brent did not preempt. So if this is going to go down 1, right? Yeah, 5 diamonds, down 1.
Yeah, 3 cashers go next.
Other room, if they get to 5 clubs, that will be interesting. They're inching their way there.
But it is a bad hard split, so there's and
they inch their way to 5 clubs.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So I imagine they'll lead a high diamond, and I think declare, well, like with the bad heart split, they have to work on the spades, but single dummy, they might not know that, and they might go down very easily by just working.
Yeah.
I think double dummy on the ace of diamonds lead. Well, they could still, they could. But they actually
we get a club lead. Oh yeah, I guess I mean but I think the club lead is sort of telegraphing that South has a lot of hearts over here, because
I mean
that is often a common. I mean, know they have a big fit, but I don't know. It's
a small indication, yeah, for sure, because they do likely have a pretty decent fit here. So if you'd be more likely to lead a diamond unless you had some pretty good coverage in hearts. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could be a little worried about spades as South, but definitely a possible lead. Okay, and then on the other side, Harrison has elected to not like make a 4-card raise of spades because he didn't like his hand, like the rest of his hand, even though he had 4 spades.
Yeah, king queen 4. Below the 1 natural 1 diamond looks kind of disgusting.
And Bruce and Stella both have very nice hands.
Yep.
I think Bruce might bid. I mean, it'd be up to style. I might bid like 4 clubs here, which I would play as like 2 suited, just like game force with natural clubs. I don't.
We also like to have the rule that you can only splinter in their suits, so therefore it would become like a natural bid.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have thought more about just directly kind of asking for aces outside of diamonds. I don't know. I mean, if partner has the ace of spades, slam's pretty good already, I guess. Like you could, I mean, the jack would be really helpful. Obviously, ace of spades, queen of clubs.
How many 6-6s have we seen so far, Sriram?
In the entire event or today?
Yeah. I've seen at least one other one, so I'm curious if you've seen in the entire event.
I definitely recall a couple. I definitely recall at least one other. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it feels like less than three probably.
Less than 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's normal, but
I feel like here at South, you might. I mean, there's two approaches. One approach is you could do something like bid 5 hearts just to see if they know what they're doing. Over exclusion.
Yes.
Another approach is you could pass and assume they do know what they're doing and then intend to make a favorable sacrifice over 6 spades. Because I guess with your hand, you feel like you're probably going for less than their slam at any rate.
What is this double with 5 hearts? Penalty interest or heart? Maybe probably lead directional.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just lead directional.
But maybe that'll discourage their partner from sacrificing. Well, actually, they should not get to 6 spades if they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're definitely
they should
not,
know what
yeah.
they're doing.
Hopefully they know their exclusion.
Yeah.
So Brent, that's funny. He cashed, or Richard, sorry, made the unfortunate play of cashing 1 heart, which normally wouldn't have hurt. But I think here Ethan now will just, take his chance to set the contract by winning the king of spades and giving his partner a heart ruff, which he kind of knows his partner has.
Yeah, and he'll probably signal for a diamond.
He could cash the ace of diamonds first too, if he wanted to, but maybe he wants to. Yeah.
But I mean, is there a world in which East has 6 clubs? Oh, probably not. They might have opened 2 clubs, or maybe. I mean,
I feel like there is a world. There is a world.
Like East would have to be 1606, but in that case, they're probably just making anyways, right?
I mean, I don't think East has a that would give his partner 8 diamonds.
Yeah, that is true.
I think Ethan knows, but if East has 6 clubs, if East is 1 5, 1 6, his partner still couldn't ruff the heart.
1 5 1 6. Did they open 2 clubs or a heart? I don't know.
Well, again, his partner probably would have acted most likely over, like with 7 diamond. There's a good chance, but maybe it's possible. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I mean,
he'll probably overtake this and play another heart just to declare. Oh no.
Yeah, maybe should have done that, or he could have. Couldn't he have overtaken, and he could have also played a trump maybe.
Yeah.
But declare could set.
They can set up the. Can they set up the spades?
I mean, they could at least take a roughing finesse.
They can, yeah. But not clear that's correct. I assume, was 5 spades a quick claim? It looks like.
Yes, it was a quick claim.
Okay.
So this table's moving ahead a little bit. The left side table.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so board 8, I can't see the results from the other table. So this table, it was 5 diamonds doubled down 1, right? So there, wasn't expecting to win about 4 here. Okay, and then on the left side, we've got a 1-0. Stella's made, I think, their power lead for their partnership, the king, asking for count or unblock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this hand would have been interesting in 3 now. Maybe.
It would have been more interesting, yeah. So Declare's got 4 top tricks. I mean, but they're probably not that worried about the diamonds because they have 4 of them. So but yeah, they did lose to the stiff queen here. And okay, so what does Stella think is going on in the diamonds? Her partner doesn't have the jack, and she probably thinks her partner has a singleton because they play upside down carding. Oh, 5 clubs did go.
Could it be maybe 6-4-3?
Yeah, but Declare is just like not that likely to have a doubleton, but it's definitely possible. Declare could have jack doubleton of diamonds.
And I think winning the ace would be a good play from that, right? Because if you duck and then play another one, the jack pops out, you kind of telegraph the entire thing. This gives a problem.
It's an interesting question for people that play Smith Echo.
Yeah,
can you give Smith when your partner's made the power lead to clarify your count, like the length of your count?
Do they play Smith? I think they do.
I don't know. Have you checked their card?
Let me check. I'll check.
I mean, we generally do Smith for length.
It's like to
We
clarify
haven't
the length of
discussed
your
power lead
count. Yeah.
specifically, but I would assume I think it applies there too.
Their card does not have Smith, it looks like.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think Stella played Smith.
Yeah. So now I think South just really wants their partner to play a heart. Like, for one
So,
thing, their partner could have the queen of hearts, which at this point might just be. So I kind of want to pitch like the six of spades as South to tell
yeah.
partner, like, don't play a spade. Hopefully partner can read that. Just the fact that I'm pitching a spade makes it less likely I want a spade.
Well, also, East did open a spade, but yeah.
Oh, they're still in 9. Okay.
They still have to bid the
They're still
exciting
behind.
hand.
Oh,
She
yeah.
pitched a heart. Yeah, the problem with the two of hearts pitch, it will probably get Stella to play a heart, which might
But
be
we did pitch a
best on this hand.
potential winner.
Yeah, if partner had the queen of hearts, I think that might have been the setting trick. Like, if you switch the hand around, so that pretty much the same hand.
But we could just give North the queen.
Yeah,
Because
just-
West didn't show value.
Yeah, you could have just
Yeah.
switched the queen and 7 of hearts or something like that, and then it would. So Stella's setting up her diamonds here with no entry, which sometimes can be like an effective tactic on hands where Declare has
Yeah, Declare doesn't know that North has no entry.
another finesse to take. Here it would have probably been. Oh yeah, Declare doesn't know that North has no. So yeah, Declare's still gonna be too afraid to take the spade finesse. Certainly, like right away.
Yes,
and they
we
have-
love the phrase that they can't see your hand. So
They have 7 top tricks. So
Looks
they're
like
probably.
West made a mixed raise.
Yeah, Brent did
some
make
kind
a
of
mixed
raise.
raise. So now Richard's definitely gonna bid exclusion because opposite a 4-card raise. I mean,
Yeah, like you have safety even if like you catch partner with this. Oh, 3-no Trump though. Hold
yeah,
on.
so he's gonna pull out the rare exclusion over 3-no over a natural 3-no Trump. I mean, for sure, he knows they probably have the ace of spades, but he still just needs the ace of hearts, basically.
Yeah,
I
and
think
like just a way to make sure we don't lose the club.
Yeah, but when partner's 4 trumps, like any doubleton club is good enough, like easily good enough at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. It's more like if West had 3 clubs. But
Yeah, then you might lose a club, but I think
but yeah,
it's
you're
fine.
gonna bid exclusion odds on.
I think he is. Yeah, it's a very unusual auction. Too. I mean, also North could be kind of gambling here. Like they could just have the ace of spades and 7 solid diamonds, some hand like that.
Yeah.
Especially favorable.
And I think that actually improves our odds a lot.
Yeah, that their partner might have less wastage in diamonds and more key important cards outside. I do really want to see a interference over exclusion, though. I think that people
He
in
only bid
general
4
don't know their
diamonds.
agreement.
That's less exciting.
And this bid it's kind of unusual to me too because, like, does this deny a club control or something?
That was speaking of South might consider 5 diamonds. 4 hearts, I guess, is an option too, and North is probably thrilled.
Yeah, I guess from South's point of view, they're wondering maybe their partner just has a balanced 18 to 19 because they are really light. So
Does
they
a
might.
balanced 18 to 19 bid this way with what looks
So,
like a doubleton
only
spade?
Yeah,
They might make a takeout double if
solid
anything.
diamonds.
I feel that like one thing I learned from my dad is when you open a minor and it goes like 3 major pass back to you, you should feel very comfortable bidding 3-no with a balanced 18 to 19. But you make a good point that this is not the same auction.
Yeah.
Like when
So
they
you
over
must have shown a 9-card fit at least.
Yeah,
Probably
your
a
partner
2-card fit.
wasn't. Yeah, your partner didn't have a huge problem over 1 spade.
Your partner has less values on this
Yeah.
auction for one thing. They're going to be bidding on like a lot of 6 and 7 point hands. I mean, not all of them. Some of them they have no good bid, but a lot more. Whereas when it goes a minor 3 spades, partner can have 8 or 9 points easily.
That's also why you should balance with balancing double. Reopening double a lot lighter after they preempt with your opening hand because your partner had more of a bidding problem.
I think with Brent's hand here, I would just pass 4 hearts. Like I would play that bidding. I mean, it's up to partnership agreement. to me, bidding 4 spades in competition always still says I have a more offensive hand. So he even decided to show a really defensive hand, which he kind of has with King Queen of Diamonds. But he doesn't have anything in hearts, which is why I didn't love doubling 4 hearts. Okay, other room, 1 no, 3 no. Diamond leads spade to the queen. So this one, they've got 3 diamond tricks, 2 club tricks, 3 spade. Okay, so this is a pretty.
We're just gonna knock out the ace of hearts after this, and we're gonna make it.
They've got 9 tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard. I mean, I feel like the double of 4 hearts sort of counter indicates having any ace.
And he decides to go slow.
To go low. I mean, yeah, I do think that you're unlikely to double 4 hearts with an ace. Like, you're more likely to have minor honors for a defensive hand. But I really do think he could have just bid. He could have pretty reasonably just bid exclusion.
I agree. But the question is whether South. I mean, I wonder if South has caught on to the fact of what partner's hand is, and yeah, like South seems to have. They did bid 5 diamonds, and now West is going to be very happy doubling that. I don't know what Richard does after that.
Yeah, West is going to double, but I still feel like East.
Yeah, East
should bid. I mean, East has pretty much a guaranteed make in 5 spades, and I feel like expecting more than 500 is, very optimistic. So I would still bid 5 spades. Yeah, which he does. Yeah.
Pretty quickly too.
Friends is like, my partner keeps removing my doubles. I doubled at the 4 level, they removed. I doubled at the 5 level, they removed. It's like, they better be right. Yeah, now I think Harrison should probably figure out here. Like, my opponent has removed 2 penalty doubles at red on white. All my aces might not cash here. Like, this screams avoid in one of the hearts or diamonds, I think. If not both. Probably not both.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, this is a very exciting hand. Yeah. Even though it probably does rate to just be a spade game in the end.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I wonder. Oh, sorry, I don't know. I said Harrison. I meant Michael.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
More excitement in the other matches. In the U21 team, both sides played 5 spades doubled, and one of them made an over trick. So that was a 5 swing. And then in the other side, in the other U26 match, one side played in 4 spades doubled with an over trick, naturally, and the other played 5 spades undoubled.
Yeah. Now in this match, it was very easy, I think, for Stella to avoid the double of 5 spades because her opponent leapt to exclusion. So you're not.
That is the downside of exclusion. You won't get double. That's why you should play 5.
Wow.
Yeah, some swingy, some big shapes.
Wow.
Olivia has a bit, and Olivia has a nice hand over here.
These are some good hands for the conspiracy theorists.
No, we shouldn't give the conspiracy theorists airtime. Okay. 5 clubs. Yeah, Olivia has probably just a double to me. Like she
probably has to
some points, and the opponents are favorable, and I don't think you're going to bid 5 over. Oh, well, she did, so I'm wrong.
Yep.
I mean,
people want to bid vulnerable,
And she was almost right, except she won't be because she's going to get over roughed in clubs, if at least on good defense, at least once.
That's true. Yeah. Having the long clubs in the declaring hand here is not good.
Or I guess she can't get over roughed more than once, maybe, or at least South can rough in after the.
I mean, it's unlucky her partner has the 4-3 of spades.
Bruce might. I mean, he does have a side ace, yeah. So he doubled for basically just saying I had a good hand for my 5 club bid. When you make a game level preempt, you can see what he alerted it as, but that's what I play it as.
And that also applies if you jump to 4 major.
He said action. I only described it as action when it's in. So you want to go on?
Yeah, I wouldn't call this action either. Action usually implies that you want your partner to bid on, the way I see it. A lot of times it applies over
non-game level preempts.
Yeah, non-game level preempts. Like when you make an opening preempt and your partner bids something.
Yeah. So Bruce here has
his partner might have interpreted it not that way.
Bruce has a super interesting decision here, though, I think, because he knows his partner has a singleton, so he might just give them the club rough really quickly and like beat the contract. Yeah, that's what he did. But I think actually, if he thought about it longer, he might have realized it's pretty like he might have decided to play a heart with the thought that
Yeah,
the ace of spades and then give his partner a club
give
rough.
club rough, and then he can get a hard rough. Yeah. There is also but I mean, like the question is, what do you think South is bidding 5 spades on? Does South really have only 6 spades? Is there a world in which
Even
maybe they
7
have 8
spades would be
spades?
fine. Yeah, it's 8.
Even 7 spades would be fine. Eight is where.
Do they have 8 spades? But his partner was a passed hand, so he'd be playing his partner for 2 Harrison Luba for a singleton spade and singleton club.
And a singleton.
That's first seat favorable. Does Harrison Luba do that? Maybe with 6 diamonds and 5
hearts, yeah.
But 6 diamonds seems less likely because Dummy has 6 diamonds. So I give Declare a void diamond.
Yeah.
So tough.
I mean, they are more likely to bid with the void.
Okay, so Michael did. Yeah, I was wondering if the screen is frozen, but Michael did double eventually. Richard definitely would want to redouble, but I feel like he knows if he redoubles, he might not play it after the very, very slow double.
Oh yeah, South. I mean, I guess after the slow double, I'm not sure ethically, but in like normal circumstances, South might want to pull it.
Oh, I don't think South would have pulled the double either way, but I think North might have pulled the redouble.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when the double is really
the
slow.
Redouble is what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, yes. I think South could not. I think we were saying if East redoubles, South can't bid anything.
I really don't think South is supposed to pull the double, whether or not it's slow or faster. Like I don't know. Like this is their.
What about the redouble
game? I mean, I still don't think like South has promised no defense, so it's really not.
We did bid 4 hearts. Yeah.
Yeah, South's bids show nothing about defense.
Yeah, so Declare here has a claim basically. I mean, they're gonna have a count on the hand. They know East has a singleton heart. Even if East had a doubleton heart, they would have a nice play available called a show up squeeze, where they could. Well, they're kind of playing it out, even though if they could actually just play ace of hearts and finesse the heart if they like with a full count, because they know East has 1 heart at most.
Yeah.
But this is still good technique or like good lesson to that. You could cash the ace of hearts and run your spades, and West will be forced to keep the 9 of diamonds, so they can come down to at most 1 heart. And then if East did have 2 hearts, you could drop their doubleton queen offside in the end, or the queen would just show up. West had it.
They're just going to take the finesse.
I mean, that was the right.
Yeah, they had
that was a claim.
Yes,
they had a
full
count
on the hand. Yeah. Marked finesse.
No, they actually made the up trick at the other table because the diamond was
they didn't find the
queen.
Right.
Wow.
And that was a big. That was a 4 imp up trick there.
Up trick. I've never heard that phrase.
Yes. Okay, so what is it? Does that make the set about even-ish? I think. Is that something?
That is an easily checkable.
They were trailing by 30-ish.
Yeah, so it looks like an even set here.
26-4 now. Oh.
And on board 10, what did we have? So in one room.
This was the what do you call it? The 3. We talked about how 3-0 might play, but they were in 1-0.
But Ethan's here made a aggressive 2 hearts. Yeah.
So that might push them to 3-0. Might.
Well, North, I think probably will raise to 3 hearts, and they have a singleton and some values.
And then West will have a problem again. West might pass it out.
Yeah, if West doubles again, I could see them just defending.
No one has
hearts doubled.
Yeah, West could also consider passing. They are playing precision.
They could pass. Yeah, so I feel like this is going to be the final contract. No, like either doubled or undoubled.
I agree.
I feel like he's just going to pass it out, though. I kind of.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think Richard can open pretty light.
Okay, other room, anything in 3-0 here? So they've got 7, 8 top tricks. That's not 9, so that means there's something.
Yeah.
He wants to attack the diamonds. Yeah,
Probably, yeah. Just play for Diamond Jack onside or the fourth diamond. And you have stoppers in all the other suits in the meanwhile. Hearts are kind of frozen.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
Olivia's in a very tough position after winning this.
She doesn't really have a
Wait,
good exit.
that was not a. That was either a misclick or a.
Okay,
That
I hope
was-
that gets undone.
Well, I think
I don't
winning
think
Jack is a very
It
creative
is a
play,
false
and
card
Olivia does
in the
sometimes
book.
make creative plays, but
But
like,
this is not one of those spots where it'll work.
well, I could imagine it being a good idea if Declare had happened to have like ace 10, 8, 6 of diamonds as their diamond holding. Now they might be planning to like finesse you for the king and take 3 diamond tricks if you won the jack. But when you win the king, now they'll cash the ace next because they know your partner has the jack. But I think it should look more like partner has the ace of diamonds the way Declare played, like crossing their hands around the 10 of diamonds. They probably would have just led diamonds from dummy at trick 2 if they'd had the ace.
Okay, well now they have 9 tricks. Well, they still have to set up their diamond, to be fair.
They also have to be confident the king of hearts with Sal.
Okay, so on the right side, Richard here can
Oh yeah, they can have
demonstrate. Okay, so he played a heart. Yeah, I was wondering if he was gonna.
What was the defense so far? It looks like club was led, I assume.
No,
3 of clubs.
Spade. I think Jack of spades was led. And then Declare won the king and played a club. And then 2 more spades were cashed.
A club, the king won. Then they played 10 of spades to the ace, queen of spades, West pitching a diamond. And then a heart. And Declare won the ace.
I think the issue to the hand was that Richard really wanted to win trick 1 with the ace of spades and play a trump right away, probably. But the jack of spades, he was afraid Declare had king 10 third. So he felt like he had to have the jack of spades.
Makes sense.
Now, so if Declare plays the king here, and Richard can play a spade. Like his partner can just get a trump promotion, but a heart probably also does just as well at this point. Since Declare played the king of diamonds, that they'll be left with the club loser even after they rough 1 and pitch 1. So I'm kind of thinking a spade and a heart are just equivalent here, or will both lead to down 2. Now on
the jack of hearts, queen was stuck.
Yeah, he misread the hearts here. He thought that maybe Stella had the king and queen.
Yeah.
But he still, because of the king of diamonds false card, I think he's gonna make it in the end, maybe. Well, he's gonna duck
diamond.
If he ducks this heart. It's such a confusing. Yeah, so now he's gonna duck this heart, and now probably a heart play, I assume.
Yeah, we're gonna see hearts cleared, and now.
So he could make it now, because North doesn't have. Oh, wait, could he actually?
Well, he's gonna play a club to the king. I think he's gonna block the spade, probably play a club to the king, and now on the king queen of spades, he has to figure out what he wants to pitch.
Yeah, but no, he can't.
You cannot really test club.
His only way to really make it right is to play a low diamond off the dummy right now. Because if he plays club to the king,
North's.
Then, okay, so the heart was hit. Then he's gonna have to cash both spades.
Well,
but then North will have spades.
Might be kind of illuminating. I mean,
this false card is gonna work genius because he's gonna think that he. So now, oh, this is so funny. Okay, wow, Olivia's just a genius. You're in this. This is crazy because now he's sure North has the jack of diamonds and 6 spades. So when he plays a club to the king, he's gonna know all of their cards. So he's gonna feel very comfortable playing a club to the king, cashing both spades and playing a diamond up and claiming, and then North's gonna claim. Because he knows he has a count on spades. He knows North has the jack of diamonds. There's only one other card in North's hand. I guess.
Would South pitch a heart with ace of diamonds? Is the question. Probably not. So he knows. So you might know that North has the ace of diamonds now at this point. Actually,
he's got a full claim though, really, because if he plays a club to the king here and North discards on this, now he knows North has 2 diamonds left and spades. So then he can just cash 1 spade pitching the club from dummy.
And now play a diamond up.
Yeah, because he knows they're 3-3. So he's actually got a guaranteed claim.
I think the question is if she didn't false card would he have?
I'm not sure it
made
helped.
it?
I think if he was gonna duck the heart anyway, then probably he was definitely gonna go down if she didn't false card too. I think.
Yeah, I think this is more about the false card breaking even.
Or I mean, I think he was gonna go down, but yeah, it's yeah, it's weird. Okay, this was one of the flatter hands on the right side. This 3 now.
Yeah. Both tables have basically taken it's been the identical declare play, identical switch.
Heart shift would happen at both tables.
Yeah, I mean, like West played the 10 of hearts instead of the jack, but
Oh, and did
basically
Declare get that right or wrong in the other room?
Declare got it right. They ran into the king and then played a heart back almost immediately.
Yeah, didn't fall for the 10, or maybe the 10 is systemic for them. Like some people shift 0 or 2 higher in the middle of the hand.
And yeah, we're seeing the same thing pretty much, just unblocking the spades first.
So it's just the rest.
Obviously,
So
the
it's just
jack is
making
one
5
here.
at both tables.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see how Harrison can make this. Like, I mean, I know he can make it by playing a diamond, a low
Yeah,
diamond.
but how you find that is the question.
I don't. Well, if North had the stiff jack of diamonds left, I mean, South would almost get squeezed. Like if North won the stiff jack of diamonds on a diamond play and returned a spade, South would get squeezed on the run of the spades. But I think if North returned a club, they. Oh no, yeah, South could get squeezed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, but who would even think of this as a pot? Like North.
Well, he's thinking, so that's good. That's the first step.
I think a club to the king is definitely right though. Like I would never play for my opponent to do this. I don't think.
Well, he's on the same side of the screen as her, or at the same table as her. So
the only thing is that she pitched her heart. Like the heart pitch is a little suspicious. Like if she had 2 small diamonds left, most people might not pitch their heart here, just feeling like keeping it makes Declare's life harder or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like she probably would have pitched a diamond on a lot of the other hands. Anyway, he's doing like there's no way that. Yeah, now he's gonna cash the king queen of spades and then triumphantly, claim and then
and North will claim.
Yeah.
Well, that was way more exciting. So okay, and this gives a chance for the other table to catch up.
A diamond 5 clubs start again, and South, of course, with the good hand. 5
Like,
spades again. No one's a doubler.
I think it's normal to double, especially when the opponents are favorable. Like,
well, I think the standard thinking is the opposite, right? You don't want to miss out on your vulnerable game. So people actually, I think in general, tend to bid more, except for your dad saying that you should double them more when you're favorable.
When they're favorable?
Yes, that's when they're favorable because
wait.
Go really crazy.
Oh, Richard should have probably. I mean, so he's got a 3 loser hand. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that double, doesn't show this much extra offense necessarily in this kind of auction for a lot of people. It just shows you have a good hand. So he's like, I have too much extra offense. Okay, well, Ethan still didn't double this. So I think it's just going to, I mean.
He might think they're in a force.
Yeah, he probably thinks they're in a force. But now Michael doesn't have a spade. I think Michael would still just double. In which case it will be.
Yeah, I mean, he has hard defense. He has diamonds, probably.
Well, I just don't think you'd bid. Like, you don't have a fit in. You don't have enough. You don't think you can make slam with the North.
So king of spades was cash, and now a diamond up. And actually, they got it.
He made it.
Yeah.
Let me think.
So he only cashed 1 spade, and then he pitched a club.
He could afford. Can he afford to play a diamond? He could, I guess. Because if the jack was, that was very careful. Wow,
yeah,
very
that was
good time
good.
to be careful.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So he played not the 8 of diamonds, right? Can we look at that again? I guess I was thinking that he had
the 10,
I
believe he played.
He'd already played the 10, right?
Oh,
let me.
Because it looked like North was marked with singleton jack of diamonds.
Yeah, he ran the 10, and that's what.
Yeah, but what he played on the second? Oh, the 7 was gone. Never mind. The 7 was gone.
He had all the spots.
Okay, so if it went
8 and 6 were equivalent, yeah.
So if it went 8 jack. Yeah, I guess he could afford to be more careful.
Mm-hmm.
If it went, so he pitched a club.
Did he pitch on the spade?
It must have
The
pitched his club.
yes.
So now if it went,
Yeah.
so North is quote unquote marked with the jack of diamonds as their card here. But if it went 8, jack,
Yeah,
queen,
also diamonds would be good.
8, jack, queen, ace. I mean, they're blocked, but he can cross back to the 6 of diamonds to
He
catch.
could 6 of diamonds and then
He
yeah,
did
play the spade. Yeah,
Or it
nicely
doesn't
done.
matter.
equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He basically catered to every single thing that could have happened, including the false card.
Queen and then diamond to 8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that was careful play. I should have noticed that he could afford to do that.
I think we missed it. The 7 of diamonds was out already.
Ooh. Okay. So this room, Richard was afraid of a 7-1 diamond break, kind of. I think what he's thinking here, which is probably right, is that if Michael Hu plays another diamond here, he can just pitch his spade loser. So he just wanted to make sure he didn't suffer a promotion.
Especially in case of a 3-0 break.
I mean, he still might as well run all his clubs now. South has the ace of hearts and the king of spades. So they have to be I wouldn't just claim here.
Yeah, no, he's gonna play it out for sure. And
I mean, now I think there's lots of ways South get this right. The simplest bridge logic way without any signaling or anything like that is just that Richard
North just pitches all their spades.
Yeah, or even without looking at any of North's cards, Richard can't have the king of hearts. Richard's last card cannot be the king of hearts because he would not have pitched a heart on the second diamond.
Yeah, but it could be a small heart.
Yeah, but then Ethan's partner could always protect hearts.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan could just make his first pitch the ace of hearts here if he wanted to. To just say, you protect hearts, partner, I'll protect spades, and we'll take the last trick. Because obviously partner has nothing else to protect but hearts. So
4 spades. There was a non-serious. I had 3 now. I assume it was non-serious, or maybe some serious. Probably non-serious. Looking at the hand. And King of Hearts. We're taking a club finesse. Unblock ace of diamonds, maybe. And now South is at the pivotal point. Oh no! He pitched a spade.
Yeah, that's why we play it out. But yeah, so South was playing Richard's last card to be the king of hearts. It doesn't make sense. He would have never pitched a heart on the second round of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But, I mean, I think signaling could have probably helped there as well. But...
So it looks like maybe a club rough, but
sorry, I haven't been following playing 4 spades that much.
So the lead was the king of hearts, won by the ace. The queen of clubs was covered by the king and ace. We unblocked the ace of diamonds, and now you can see jack of clubs, and presumably planning to ruff a club with either a king or a small. I don't know. Small.
So rough, small.
And now we can play a heart.
That's the first trick for the defense, but they're gonna get this heart right.
I mean, yeah.
Now, if the 10 of hearts had been offside, Declare was in trouble. This is probably a pretty hard problem for Declare, but they should be fine now. South played a low club. Kind of interesting, leaving Declare the option of just forcing North to rough it since their 9 was winning it, but doesn't really matter.
You might cash the king of diamonds first, pitching the heart just in case South started with 4 heart.
Yeah, I think you should. Well, actually, the 10 South can't have the 10. The 10 is still.
Oh yeah, you're right. The 10 is smart.
Well, it's fine. You might as well do this. And now spade to the jack is the claim, assuming North follows. Yeah. Okay, and now we've got this 3 now, which I wouldn't.
Harrison.
Yeah, that Harrison played well at the end to play carefully at the end to make. But I wouldn't have imagined.
Was it Harrison who played it, or was it Bruce? Was it East or West
Harrison,
who played it?
Pretty sure
it was. Do you remember?
It was a club by East and 2-0 by West forcing.
Oh, right. Yep.
But I don't think this isn't likely to be a swing. I don't think it wasn't normal to be even close to.
I mean, it's a diamond lead to begin with, so that's gonna solve the entire hand for them. They set up their 4th diamond.
Yeah, he was only in danger in the first place because he'd misguessed that heart or
the hearts.
Yeah. And this is the last hand on the left side. So Declare
Yeah,
on the
that's the
right
last
side here has 9 tricks and probably has to
Yeah.
lose a club. Although if South plays a heart here, they could be squeezed. But no, they just played a diamond. They could be squeezed with clubs and heart. If South had played a heart to the jack, queen, and ace, that would set up a heart club squeeze on themselves.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. They could always play the king of hearts instead, though.
Well, it's another reason here that if Declare, cashes the ace jack of spades, goes to dummy with the club and leads the jack of hearts, North has to not cover in that situation, which of course
Yeah.
we normally shouldn't because we don't want to cover connected honors.
honors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which we also did a whole lesson on for some of the training camp groups.
How's 4 hearts going to play? We're going to lose a club.
Oh, he did it. Richard did that. That's good.
Oh. No,
Like,
he decided.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael didn't cover, so this should be.
This works.
Yeah, South just has to pitch both their hearts, which I think they can probably work out.
I mean, just the
They
way
take the free heart finesse.
the way Declare's played
Yes.
should make it very obvious that they
I
don't
agree.
Queen of Hearts. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yep. Okay, so that's another push. I think maybe the auction on the left-hand side is interesting too, a little.
Mm-hmm.
So normally over reverses, a lot of people have some kind of system where they can show weak hand with the East, with the responder's hand. Doesn't promise one, but could start a sequence. It's also different after your partner opens a major, since if you include the 3-card limit raises, you need to have some type of system to show that. So I'm not exactly sure what system they play, but potentially like East with 8 points, I think usually wants to game force over the reverse. But yeah.
And East is limited. That's another difference in this auction. Like when East respond one of a suit, they could have any strength.
They're limited to 11. So it changes the reverse auctions a little bit. I think in general, if you play the same systems for simplicity, though, that's also totally fine.
Yeah, I think East, if they had like slightly better minor spots, like maybe the 10 of diamonds, they might have just drove it into 3-0 with such good minor suit spots.
And that would generally show more a specific range, usually a higher range within what they're allowed to have.
I didn't even mean jump, though. I just meant like they could bid 2-0 and then 3-0 over 3 hearts. Like they might not have supported hearts, even though their partner showed 6, if they had like such good minor spots.
I think a lot of people play that direct jump, a variation of like 9 to 11, 10 to 12. And that helps you differentiate your ranges for finding slam.
North has an ugly problem over here at the main table. After the ace of clubs is held and you see queen jack fourth in the dummy.
Yeah, we can talk about the actual contract. So South's play of the 8 of clubs is, what I would consider could be from 3 or 4 card holding. But if I had 10 third, I would play the 10. So like mathematically here as North, if you are consistent about playing second highest from 4, playing upside down, and always highest from 3, mathematically when your partner plays second highest card, you can see they probably have 4. Like it's more likely because it would just be like unlucky that they were dealt that specific 3-card holding.
There was only 1 3-card holding they could have been dealt here.
You and Amber, you both play that together, right?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
We play like mini echo, I think we call it, or something. Okay, so Declare ducked the king of hearts in the other room and got a really helpful club shift. So I think this is going to make their now they have 1 less club.
Yeah.
Wait,
they're gonna.
Made.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
they're gonna make what they're gonna comfortably make.
I think they're gonna make with an over trick in this. Did it make with an over trick in the? I think it just made 4 in the other room. I think they're gonna make 5 here.
And if North plays a hard back, which they might very well consider, then it gets even easier. They can almost just claim immediately.
Yeah, I guess on a trump return, they do have some issues here because they do want to rough their club
Mhm.
and pitch their heart. So they do. I mean, I think they can do it double dummy on a trump return, but it makes it, yeah, it makes it hard. Now the simplest way is actually to just not rough your club and like squeeze south in like everything, or at least something. Like one way is, you know, king of diamonds pitching a 9 of clubs, rough a diamond. That isolates the guard to diamond guard to south. And then just run all the black winners, and that's a simple squeeze against south.
Simple position.
Speaking of squeeze, look at the main table. So,
Okay.
in case you missed a play, it was ace of clubs. North decided to cash king of clubs, probably just in case, West did have 2 clubs. Maybe we need to cash it before it might go away. And now we played ace of hearts, small heart at the jack and queen. South switched to a spade. We've rose the ace, and now we're running a bunch of hearts, or at least we were.
But the ace of spades was, I mean, was there, I don't think there could be a real squeeze.
Probably not. No.
We had no communication.
Yeah, in order to cash the clubs, I mean, you could just finesse the diamond, but obviously you're never going to do that when you can claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's legit, because they couldn't cash the clubs first. Okay, anyway, we got the remaining table up now. But yeah, I think even if Declare did have a doubleton club, probably it's not worth cashing the king of clubs and like setting up that trick potentially. I think North should probably just shift to a diamond.
Play diamond. Shift to a diamond, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give anything away. Like they could, if they stick in the jack, they might be blocking their own diamonds anyway. Yep. And technically they could always finesse themselves.
And you do know they have 10 cards in the majors, probably from the auction. I mean, if the 2 spades is honest.
Okay, so it looks like I missed what happened, but he didn't manage to make the over trick there. So that's a push. And one more. How are the other, should we say how the other matches are going to? The other two? There's 2.
We're probably going to take a look at it anyways on the stream after this board is over, but if you want to go over it early, that's perfectly fine.
No, if we're going to switch to it, we can. Yeah, that's fine. We can
or
just do
maybe
the last
put
time.
it, I don't know how this works, but we could put it on the right-hand side because the other table's gone.
Or is there a match you prefer to look at?
Maybe just the results. Is that easy?
Sure. Sure.
I mean, we can look at
they're
how many
probably
boards.
all done.
They're also actually about to finish. You could put the last board of Chen Eckert on the board. Well, I think they're playing the last board right now, right?
So. Ga had a very big set.
Oh, of course, the strong diamond. Here we go.
How is Chen Eckert going though? So Eckert, 45, 29
only
to
up
Chen.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah, so that one's.
I heard there were some interesting contracts in the match. I heard there was a 2 hearts doubled and a 4-3 fit.
The 4 card openings.
Yeah, I think their system does sometimes just have them bid 1 major, 2 major on a 4-3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, so then on the left side, I don't know their 1 club, 1 dime. See, actually, East has a kind of game force over a club, but they don't have 2 controls. And
you need 2 controls for the viewers watching. So of course, an ace is 2 controls, a king is 1 control.
Well, we can see relay on the right side, maybe. I think that's also right.
Yeah, we get to compare the relays.
Well, this is not a relay.
Oh.
1 heart was like natural-ish, or at least 4.
Yeah, just
2 clubs, like 6
2
to
clubs
7.
is like, no, it's 6+ because remember it can be more.
Without the
ostensibly 6 to 7 or game force without 2 controls. Yeah.
Yeah, and also denies 3 hearts.
Yeah. 2 spades like natural.
2 no trump natural.
I think the 2 spades set up a game force already because I'm surprised.
2 spades does set up a 2 spades sets up a game force. So the only non-game forcing options that West had available after 2 clubs were 2 diamonds and 2 hearts.
Right. Because I
Two
assume
diamonds
East
would have been
would-
sort of like 2 diamonds would sort of been like a scramble-ish bit, and 2 hearts would have been like I had 6 hearts.
yeah. So West was like, you know, they knew they might not have 25 points, but they had enough shape and, you know, good heart suit. They just decided to bring it into game or force the game, which makes sense.
Yeah, so after 2 no
Okay.
trump there, we basically transposed into the auction that the other table had.
Pretty similar, yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of like a reverse that West showed. And they did end up in 3-0. Well, because West decided not to show the 6th heart in this room, basically, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Which seems kind of unusual to me, honestly, because West,
Yeah.
like, yeah, that seems kind of unusual to me. But I mean, West definitely caught East with just a lot of stuff in the minors, so it's going to go very smoothly.
Yeah, 2 no trump was a good bid.
Club, 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 and he's just going to play the jack of
Probably
hearts.
take a heart finesse.
And he's going to claim once the hearts are good. So it'll end up 1 imp to 1 here. And I think that's a 6 imp gain on the set to to Kolesnik. Yeah. And they also ended up in 3-0. And clearly the relay has not shown much about the so did West not show anything about their hand? Is that what
We
happened?
can actually bring that up because now there's about to be a claim. Yeah, there we go with the claim. If you want to bring that table up.
Because South has
So
hit
what
on the
happened?
lead. Yeah,
So
I think
3-2
East
4-4
showed
shape was shown.
Oh.
And West decided 3 no trump. Oh, I understand why. Because it's for information leakage. Because he used to put a heart first, and they didn't want 4 hearts with the described hand show.
No,
The
but
described
3-0 is
hand
also
playing
with the
it.
described hand playing it.
Oh, oops.
But that's why Jonathan hit on the lead of a heart, because he was just leading East's shortest suit, which I don't know if it's generally a good idea when like the described hand's playing 3-0 to just lead their shortest suit. Because like West might be bidding 3-0 like because they have, you know, length in that suit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's funny how it worked out that they know Declare's entire shape, but they did have to lead. They did lead Dummy's 6 card suit.
And and it's not really fun to defend either way.
Yeah, so Declare has started setting up their clubs, but they're not going to have really entries to set
Yeah.
up their clubs, like to knock out the ace and get back. They could, I mean, they have 9 top tricks.
Yeah, no, they're making it for sure. So
I think they're just going to go for the spade finesse.
spade finesse, yeah. And then once that fails, they'll just claim making 3, unless of course defense plays club and club, which they probably won't.
I feel like this is worth. I mean, I think everything's worth playing out, but
I think he's just going to play a diamond. Oh, he might.
Yeah.
If he's afraid, he should cash the ace of clubs and then play a diamond, because Declare could have had jack of spades in theory.
If he's trying to set the contract, in theory, he could consider just.
Declare's the one
I
that
guess
has clubs. I really don't think. I mean, I guess.
I
Like
mean,
Declare,
it is him. It's not
Declare had
match
9
points.
top trick. Declare had 9 top tricks. So if the clubs are cashing, also Declare showed their shape, so the partner couldn't have 4 clubs, right?
Partner had 3 clubs remaining.
Yeah. I don't think Declare would have multiple lead clubs themselves and risk the contract if.
We did see that play of 3 no trump in the one Kolesnik match the other day where a heart was ducked.
Yes.
Could have been something tricky like that.
Cornelius was talking to me about that hand, but also it's probably worth knowing the play didn't work and like the defense immediately cashed their 5 heart.
Yeah, that is true. Well, what did Cornelius mention about the play? What did he say?
I mean, he was just hoping that, you know, he'd get rid of East hearts and he could end play them. Like he was hoping they would would either be 4-3 or they wouldn't cash their hearts.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah. Okay, should we look at the results
I'm getting
page?
distracted looking at the other
Sign
results.
off, or I think there's not.
Let's look at the standings, Cyrus, if you can pull that up. All right, fantastic. So these are the one-day knockout matches. BC Geb versus He 53-9 quick start.
Yeah, they had a
Chen
big
Eckert is closer.
And then going back to Kolesnik won.
Who played at the Chen match in this segment? Like who sat out?
Do you want us to check?
Yeah, I know Rory Jonathan played. We saw that, and the other table was Philip
So
and
Chen Young, the pair that plays half precision, was out.
No, they sat out this set.
Yeah, what they
that's
sat
what I
out,
meant. Sorry,
yeah.
I said they were out.
Okay.
I also love, as usual, the U16 results are all in, while the women some are on board 9. It's what we like to see.
And they start at the same time. Yeah.
And what do you call it? How many boards is in that set? Or
15.
in the segment?
Also 15.
Oh wow, okay.
So they're playing
They started at 10:30, and yeah.
They're playing, 150% or something as fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's been our biggest struggle with the under 16 is not playing too fast. Yeah.
And yeah, we can see these standings for the under 16. Jeff and Andrew are
from the end
still.
of yesterday. From the end of yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yes, not including anything that happened today.
This takes a little bit to update because of the Love Bridge delay.
But yeah, we will update the U16 results soon, and maybe the women's results in another hour. So yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Again, super excited, and thank you for streaming everything. It's been a really, really fun event, and I hope a really good experience for all the players too.
Absolutely. Yep. And yeah, with that, thanks for joining us, Amber and Kevin. We love having you on stream. We're probably going to take a short break before we get back to the second segment. Next segment, we're going to be watching Chen versus Eckert, so stay tuned.